This year we are doing the biggest bracket challenge we have ever done before. We filled up an actual 64-team roster. Who wants to see a fight between Frozone and Elsa?
Ooh, debate that, Nick.
Okay, I'm switching to Cinderella.
Final matchup for this second round here, we got Moana versus Inside Out.
Since we did rock, paper, scissors before, we should do rock, paper, scissors again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yes! Oh, you're welcome!
Can I still go through your Pokemon?
Fine. We'll talk about relatability. Anger is taking the controls right now in my head.
What a roller coaster. That is March Madness, baby.
All right, let's move on to the Sweet 16 here. Figure out the Elite Eights. First things first, back up to division. Cinderella versus Bambi.
This one hurts my heart too.
Who's voting for Cinderella? Bambi.
No, it's okay. I gotta go. I gotta stick with my squad.
Jungle Book versus Snow White. Who's going Jungle Book? Snow White.
I'm willing to be convinced, though. I just love Jungle Book.
The problem with Jungle Book is it's the only live-action remake that I like because they actually add like a story to it. If you watch the original one, there really isn't anything going on.
The bare necessities.
Kind of running around.
Yeah.
Like, there's really no backstory, there's no world building, there's no nothing. Plus, you have the fact that this one started it all. None of these exist without Snow White.
You put 100 people in a room and they have to watch each movie, more people would enjoy Jungle Book than Snow White. You know why? Because of the music.
Snow White's got some songs.
Yeah.
They'd fall asleep.
I fell asleep.
They'd be like,
I fell asleep.
I feel like Snow White has shorter runtime. So there'd be less chance I'm gonna fall asleep.
It's the original,
That doesn't mean that it should win.
but it's better than the Jungle Book.
Rachel Zegler would disagree with you that Snow White was actually bad, and that's.
Okay, but
why
we're talking
they
the
made
original
it.
movies here. We can't talk about the.
Rachel Zegler, the celebrity, would say that Snow White was bad.
I'm sure she'd have something to say about Jungle Book too, though.
Nah, she's a Mowgli fan.
But Dopey's so cute.
Yeah.
And Grumpy is an iconic character. He is literally like
Okay, here's
the
my question.
mascot for all curmudgeon dads.
Do you think Farquaad, his parents, are Grumpy and Snow White?
Oh, a little spin-off here.
Maybe.
Depending on your answer, I will switch my decision.
Oh.
I think that could be a fair possibility.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
And I'll switch my decision.
What are we doing?
Because it's funny.
Moving on to Division 2 here. We got Mulan versus Beauty and the Beast.
Ooh.
Who's voting for Mulan? Beauty and the Beast. So you're officially going Mulan?
Yeah. I didn't think Beauty and the Beast should have made it to the second round anyway.
Me too.
Or third round as it's
Just a fraud.
All right, final matchup here in Division 2. Aladdin versus Lion King.
I can't do this.
Prince Ali versus the King of the Jungle. Who's voting for Aladdin? Who's voting for Lion King?
You guys are
You
insane.
guys gonna do that to Robin Williams? Derek, didn't you try to say before Robin Williams? You gonna do that to him now?
Yeah.
Now he's in it.
Unfortunately. Okay, this is
Lion
gonna be a big
King.
time debate. Guys, the Lion King cannot not make it to the Final Four.
Abu.
One of these
Great
movies
character,
has
but
a song about a guy wishing for his father's death. One of these guys has one of the biggest bops of him riding into town. It is better than when Jesus Christ rode in on a donkey.
That's sacrilegious.
that did not sway me.
That's sacrilegious. I might have to switch my opinion.
Did I lose that
You might
one?
have lost me.
You might have went too close to the sun.
I retract it. It's the second greatest.
I cannot believe this is an argument right now. The Lion King, guys, what are we? This is like probably the most popular Disney movie.
I think they're swaying me more than they're going to sway you. I just like Jasmine, man.
Okay, don't be a
Okay,
simp.
you
Don't be a
can't lie
simp.
though and say that you have not had a crush on Nala or Kiara.
No, because that's animals. I'm not into bestiality.
Who's sacrilegious now?
Hey, it's okay to be open-minded.
Aladdin has way more of a better like final battle though. Like he outsmarts Jafar.
He
Scar's
tricks
a
him.
weak old man.
Jafar is such a dork.
Are you
Jafar's a
joking?
dork.
That last scene is insane.
Yeah.
Insane so much that they had to do it again with Lion King 1.5, but from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Tell me they did that with Aladdin.
But Aladdin didn't need a 1.5 because it stood on its own.
No.
Oh, that's a good point.
Okay, who's a more memorable villain? Scar or Jafar?
Jafar showed up in his sequel. Scar never showed up again.
Scar is like almost Darth Vader. Like
Anyone's
tier.
Darth Vader, it's Jafar because he actually
Absolutely.
No,
not.
Jafar's such a dork. He doesn't do anything.
He has mind control powers. That's closer to the Force.
No, he's
No,
a dork.
no.
He's a dork.
Also, Elton John.
It has a good opening scene, yes, but again, the next song is him saying like, "I can't wait to be king." That only happens when his dad dies.
That scene is so iconic. They created a tower of animals.
That was cool.
Genie created a whole cave of gold and silver and all this other stuff when he's talking about a friend like me, though.
Yeah, and you're supporting slavery.
How am I supposed to say?
It's-
Genie is a
You're
slave.
supporting
He's like-
cannibalism then, because those lions are going to eat their subjects.
Oh no, that's just
No.
the circle of life.
The Sultan, he was pretty fair to his subjects. He was an idiot, but he was a fair idiot.
I'm
Space.
stuck on Aladdin, man. If I had to watch one or the other, I'd pick Aladdin.
Aladdin's fun, but which one's better?
I'd say Aladdin.
I have to say Aladdin.
No,
This is
it's
this is
I'd
call.
prefer
This
to
is a
watch
call. This is a phone
You guys
call.
are insane. Like,
We've done our two rock paper scissors. Let's do a phone
If you
call.
want to call Ryan, let's call Ryan.
I cannot believe this is happening.
Can I?
We're fishing.
If The Lion King doesn't make it past Sweet 16,
I'm leaving. There's no way.
What's up?
Hey Ryan, we're on the set.
Yo.
We have a question. I'm gonna tell you two movie names. You have to answer which is your favorite, okay?
Or which one's better?
Which one's
Yep.
better?
Which one's better?
Okay. All right.
We have Aladdin and The Lion King.
Aladdin, 100%.
What? No! This
you.
is rigged!
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
You texted him ahead of time.
I didn't.
No, absolutely not. This is asinine. No, no, no. Stop it right now.
You guys brought up this option.
This is insane. I'm flabbergasted.
guys, we are losing all credibility if The Lion King doesn't go on to at least the Final Four. Aladdin?
I don't think we had
No.
any credibility to begin with, so
No, we do. We just
I
lost
have
it all.
all the cred.
Well, at least we're on the right side of history. That's all we can say, I guess.
This is terrible. No.
Okay, no, think about this, guys. Think about this. Who's winning in the next matchup? Mulan over Aladdin? If you say Aladdin, you're out of your mind between those two.
you can't pick who's gonna win between two by looking at.
Yes,
who
you
the
can,
next
because we're trying to
matchup
pick.
is.
We're trying to pick the best movies.
When you're playing basketball, you're not thinking, "Oh, this team can't win because they're not going to beat the next game."
That's different than the movies that are already created.
McNeese isn't going to win again.
You don't know that.
Outraged.
I'll tell you
It's
what.
ridiculous.
Call Jada. But if Jada says Aladdin, you have to concede.
She's not going to say Aladdin.
What up?
Yo, okay, we're on the set right now. We are live.
Let's go.
We need a tiebreaker here.
Oh, okay.
We are between two movies here. You're answering which one is better. Which one is better? Okay.
All right.
Aladdin or The Lion King?
Oh, immediately Aladdin.
What?
Yes!
I watched that one is like the saddest movie. It makes me feel not happy.
The Lion King doesn't make you feel happy?
No, and Princess Jasmine is cool. She has a pet tiger.
That's what I'm talking
And a
about,
flying
Jada.
carpet, and she's got a monkey.
Your daughter's name is Kiara.
I know, but I didn't see the second movie.
I'm naming my kid a
I haven't seen it, but
Yeah, boo!
I think I gotta go with Aladdin.
Fine.
Thanks, Jada. You're the
I'm
best.
sorry.
Speechless.
I don't
I'm
really like
speechless.
the Lion King movies.
All right. Well, after two
This is
phone friends
embarrassing.
I am embarrassed to be a part of this, but we'll continue. Roast us in the comments.
Roast them in
Roast them in the
You're
comments.
gonna make like 10 different fake profiles to just like troll us.
He's already got a burner for the wolves. He's probably got a burner for
We
YouTube.
don't even know what cuts he's gonna.
You have no idea. This is
Alright,
outrageous.
alright.
Anyways, let's move on.
Let's just all take a deep breath. We got other movies to talk about here.
Nothing matters at this point.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Let's move on here. Let's move on to this one. In the Sweet 16 in Division 3, we got Wall-E versus Lilo and Stitch. Who's voting for Wall-E? Uh-oh. Who's voting for Lilo and Stitch?
I'm going to Wall-E.
Hey, what did you say? He could go all the way?
Between the
said
two,
that.
I think I'd rather watch Lilo and Stitch because it's less boring.
You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
All right, so we are saying Wall-E, though.
I just think Lilo and Stitch is more fun to watch.
The other matchup here, Division 3, we got Princess and the Frog versus Up. We've got Princess and the Frog. Anyone voting for Up? All 4 hands go up for Up.
Good run for Princess and the Frog.
I would give up Princess and the Frog for the Lion King.
We got Coco versus Big Hero 6.
Coco.
Who's got Coco? Big Hero 6.
I haven't seen Coco.
Hey, it's a good sympathy vote. I'll allow it.
Encanto
Moral victories.
versus Moana. The last matchup here for Division 4. Who's got Encanto? Who's got
We would have all voted Encanto after passionately defending
I
Moana.
mean, we've argued Moana enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to say anything.
It has better
Encanto's
music.
in my top 5, but I can't really explain why. And with that,
What a classic matchup.
let's move on to the Elite 8. Yeah, you're right.
pissed.
The older ones here. We got Cinderella versus Snow White to compete to be in the Final 4. Who's voting Cinderella? Who's voting Snow White?
I've never voted for Snow White this whole time, but now I voted.
Hey, I saw those 2 hands go up, but not yours. I was like, wait, he's the one who's been against it the whole time, right?
Yeah, compared to the two, I just.
Yeah, I just think Snow White walked so Cinderella could run. I mean, a lot of those cliches and stuff you see in Sleeping Beauty, but I think Cinderella was kind of that peak princess story and everything.
Yeah, it's more memorable. Gah! What is this garbage? Look at this, people! Look how wrong this is.
Competing for a Final 4 spot is Mulan versus Aladdin. Who's voting for Mulan? And who's voting for Aladdin?
She's abstaining.
And you're just...
I'm not voting.
Yeah.
She's abstaining, so
I mean, but then that
she
just
lost.
means Aladdin's gonna go on. So...
Stupid.
You guys think Aladdin's better than Mulan?
Yeah.
I didn't see Mulan for the first time until like 2 years ago.
Let's see the other side of the Final 4 here. I find it ironic the movies that are the older ones are the ones we're the most arguing over, whereas the ones that are kind of our age, we've all been fairly...
Because there hasn't been that many like really good ones.
Facts.
All right, we got 2 Pixar movies coming up here. Wall-E versus Up. Who's voting Wall-E?
I'm a Wall-E
Who's
stan.
voting Up? All right, how are we gonna discuss this one?
I'd like to remind you both, I do take bribes.
Hey, I already offered you my Pokemon cards. That still stands.
Gosh, Up is so good. The characters are just really good too. Something about Wall-E's.
It's just
One, the story is like so just like relatable with something that could happen in our society.
It is kind of a cautionary tale.
There's something so endearing about Wall-E as a character that just is so go-lucky through all the adversity he faces.
The argument I would make, and this may turn you guys away from me, I think, not that Up is bad throughout the rest of the movie, but I think its strongest point is at the beginning, and then the rest is a little bit of a decline in quality from there.
How can you vote against the dogs?
Dogs
I
are
was the
fun.
one who voted
Dogs.
for the dogs early on.
Yeah, so now you're voting against the dogs.
If there was a dog in Wall-E though, there would be a cute dog.
I have to sneeze.
Bless you.
It's insane.
That happened. So when you look at both those movies, they're both their biggest strengths are the scenes without dialogue. But with Up, it's really mainly that first one, whereas Wall-E, it's throughout a majority of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like the moment where it's him and Eve kind of flying through space, and he's using the fire extinguisher to kind of fly with her. Like, I don't think we talk about that scene enough.
I don't think we talk about Wall-E enough.
Just the emotions Wall-E represents with just 2 eyes, not even with a mouth or nose or anything, just how he's able to convey emotion.
But adventure's out there.
And maybe adventures out in space.
Are you Elon?
I think Wall-E is better, but I think Up might be funnier.
Better than
Kevin.
Wall-E. Wall-E has comedy in it.
It
Like, you
does,
do
but I'm
laugh.
just saying there's just more of it in Up, I think.
So we're going to move a comedy on.
I'm just making an argument. At this point, I could be fine either way, I think maybe.
I feel nothing.
I think we broke Bailey, guys.
I think the reason I don't like Wall-E as much is because I don't want to picture a future where Wall-E is real. I try not to watch things that make me feel like dread for the future. But Up, man.
So Up, the opening scene where his wife dies.
I'm single.
doesn't-
So
Got me. Nailed. Okay.
Ladies,
hit me up.
I don't know what's it gonna take to convince
If you flip, I'm not flipping from Wall-E.
I'm not saying I'm flipping for Wall-E either. I'm not.
If you flip, it's fine. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying I'm flipping.
I'm not going to throw an outrage. No, I'm not flipping. I'm not leaving Wally's side.
We're not burgers because we're not flipping.
What?
I don't know.
We're not burgers.
I vote Lion King.
Can we put Lion King, instead of Up?
both of them? Like,
Can
or
Lion King do a battle back? No,
I'm
because
gonna let
Coco's
you
really
know
good.
Right now, I'm still not voting Lion King over Wall-E. we got to figure out something here.
Could flip a coin.
Flip a coin.
Google flip a coin.
Okay, so yeah, you just type flip a coin. It usually just does it.
Yeah.
So, okay, before we do that, we got to quote Chandler. We got to assign heads to something.
Heads is Wall-E. Tails is
Up.
Oh, that happened.
Tails.
Okay.
Tails.
I wasn't ready for that.
Are we all good with that?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When it hit tails, I was like, "Oh, it should have been heads."
What?
I know, and that's kind of
You still
a
have
sign.
chance to flip your vote if you want.
I think that's a sign that when you
That's why I
you
flip a
have you
coin.
ever heard that before? When you flip a coin and it lands something, and you're like, "Oh,"
That's how I make all my decisions.
and you're
I'm
like,
joking.
"I don't think that should have been
I
that
make
way."
career choices.
I switched Wall-E.
Whatever. I've given up all hope.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
All right.
Oh, this is a tough one.
Get the final four going here. Coco versus Moana. Who's voting Coco? Who's voting Moana? Wow. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to argue against you for Moana.
It was very,
I had-
very close for
I had
me.
a
I'm okay with either one of those moving on. I have no argument. They both deserve to be there, and they both battled hard.
What about on this side?
One got bought in by the
Battle of the Princesses.
radicals.
Which princess is better looking? That's the question.
This is
Oh God.
this
All right.
is where we're at.
Final four. Do you have preference which one we want to start with? Do we just want to get this one out of the way?
Yeah,
Or
that
argue
one,
about this
the
for a
one on the
while?
right is easier.
Okay, Wall-E versus Coco. Who is voting for Wall-E?
What?
No, I mean I got Coco. I gotta go Coco. I gotta go Coco.
Shit.
I gotta go Coco. I love
so
Wall-E
good.
so much, but it was a good run. It was a good run. On the other hand, here,
Yeah, let's move over to the other
what a
side.
freaking joke.
I think I know what they're gonna
What is
pick.
this scrub team that made it into the Final Four?
Who's voting for Cinderella? Who's voting for Aladdin?
Bailey, you just
Bailey even raised her hand.
am I in a simulation? What is this?
Lion King should have been there, but I think Aladdin's better than Cinderella.
Aladdin versus Coco. Top 2 Disney movies of all time, people. Aladdin versus Coco. How did it get to this point?
That's how brackets work, man. That's how it works. Well, I have my pick.
This is rigged.
Well, yeah, we know what your pick's gonna be. Problem is, I don't know what mine's gonna be.
I don't know mine either.
I know mine. My brain's so messed up. This is legit madness.
It is quite literally March Madness.
Yeah.
Who's voting for Aladdin?
I can't do it yet.
Who's voting for Coco?
I can't vote yet. Gosh, I don't know, you guys. Frick. Okay. It's so hard because Coco, the cinematography, like, It's so beautiful. I can't get over it. The story is amazing.
My
But
thing with-
Aladdin is like,
Here's-
90s Disney for me is like peak.
The only thing, as much as I have supported Aladdin's music, I think Coco's is more authentic to the setting. Like, as awesome as those Robin Williams songs are, I mean, there's a few that are kind of Middle Eastern, whereas Coco is a very Day of the Dead like vibe.
Yeah.
Arabian Nights is a good song.
I can see your points you're making with how Aladdin is a classic. It's, if you're taking these two in a vacuum, like my whole strategy this whole time was, which is a better movie? Coco's a better movie than Aladdin.
Gosh, and the plot twist.
Have you officially voted, I guess? I should
No.
say here? Okay, so we're still kind of, I just was making sure we weren't.
It's hard.
in a tie.
When you just said that, like, it's hard for me because it's like, what is a better movie? Like, obviously Aladdin to me is like extremely nostalgic because those movies are like my favorite. But like, what's a better movie?
We kind of need you to make a vote here to help us out here.
Oh my God.
Just go with your gut. 5.
Okay.
4.
Okay, count her down in a second, but
No, I would not.
Prompt. You can only watch one of these movies forever. You can never watch the other one.
I hate these kinds of scenarios.
I know, but that's
because
the
I
only
take
way
it seriously and it makes me sad.
I would still say Coco.
Can you ask ChatGPT? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Hey, this is good. I'll allow it.
If I had to pick, I'd go with Coco as the better movie overall.
Okay, but if like ChatGPT is saying it, it's kind of unoriginal.
Okay, I will say before it made the decision and it gave the two things at the end, that made me want to watch Coco more. I think I'm going Coco.
I'm going to switch my vote to Coco.
Holy crap.
You brought up that plot twist, and that was pretty good, I think. It's hard to make a plot twist, especially for a kid's movie.
You heard it here first. A Pixar movie won the Disney bracket.
Coco.
And with that,
They're all wrong.
it's official. I don't know how much of this you're going to see. For context, it's been about 2.5 hours. Watched the entirety of Avengers Endgame before we made a decision here, I think. But a decision has been made. We're never ever going to do this again with an even number of players, so help me God. Yeah, there we go. Coco, according to this bracket, is the best Disney animated movie of, well, essentially all time, I guess.
We talk a lot about government efficiency. I think us 4, and you can get anything.
You can get down to the chase.
Yeah. 2.5 hours, we solved all the world's problems.
That is this year's Nerd Bracket. If you have a movie series or fandom or anything like that you want us to debate next year, let us know in the comments. Let us know where we were wrong in the comments. If I see like Derek
You're gonna see my name on there. Just saying.
Anonymous 1,
Just
Derek Anonymous 2, Dr. Anonymous 3, Lion King Forever or something like that, I'm gonna know it's you, but it's your right to comment that as well. Let us know
Yeah.
where you disagree with us. I'm sure there are going to be some disagreements there. But any final thoughts from you guys?
Cars should have made it further.
I'm just
I feel bad about
sad.
Cars a little bit, but I cannot believe Lion King got beat. That yeah.
Ciao.
Ciao.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here on this episode of Nerd Bracket. Thank you for watching.